Hello, I'm Mark Antoniello, Tax Director in PwC's Private Company Services. We continue to focus on the inbound community and the unique challenges they face on a regular basis. One such challenge is definitely around information reporting and the withholding obligations on outbound U.S. source payments to foreign persons. This is an area that has gotten a lot of IRS increased scrutiny and focus in the last few years, and there's an overall movement towards transparency of transactions and the reporting of such transactions. A lot of inbound companies struggle with the complexities around this and meeting their compliance obligations. The article talked about one example about how there was increased scrutiny on an IRS audit examination of cross-border payments to foreign affiliates, employees coming to work in the United States for short periods of time. Now, the longer periods of time are typically easy to document and ample documentation exists and they can be supported. The short ones, it's a challenge. It continues to be a challenge. And not only do you have to know that you've had a cross-border payment, but you have to know the complex treaty interpretations of what withholding tax rate would apply, what's taxable, what's reportable, and what's subject to withholding tax. You need to obtain documentation from the recipients that certifies what treaties they are applied to them and what their residence and beneficial ownership status is. These are complex areas. You couple that with increased scrutiny on the FATCA regulations from a couple years ago that forces entities to disclose what type of entity they are on a worldwide basis. For example, if you're a financial entity or a non-financial entity, that takes time and effort to determine and get appropriately categorized. Then there is always the long-standing rules around FIRPTA and the overall transactions reporting to related parties like on Form 5472 and the like. This is complex stuff. And this article, we're hoping, is a useful tool to you in sorting out the various withholding regimes and considerations that impact inbound companies on a regular basis.